Okay, so I'm building a website to go either way. I'm like, and I'm steadily threatening the motherfuckers. I'm steadily threatening uh, to kill them, sending emails to their the lawyers, to their corporate people, and oh shit, I like corporations in the same neighborhood and restaurants in the same neighborhood, like where they eat lunch, where they eat breakfast. Like I attacked the whole Houston, like the business section of Houston where Enron was, just and also Stamford, Connecticut, where they moved them. But that's all a bunch of other shit. But and uh, and then I started sending letters through the mail because that's like a big federal offense, like through the mail, to the senator who was behind all this shit, because they weren't falling for it, because they're smart. The lawyers tell them no. I said it. But Phil Graham, the senator from Texas, he's like one of these big talking motherfuckers. Thinks he's king shit. Like I bet I start pushing that motherfucker's buttons, and he'll call D.C. He'll say I'll get this done. He'll call friends in the FBI and shit like that. He'll get me fucking arrested, and so I'm sitting here like, well, I don't care either way. You know, let's go. Or I'm building a website. I'll focus on my artwork because fuck the rest of this bullshit anyway. And so they show up. After I fucked with the senator. And um, which oh yeah, but they left a telltale. It was like they had the head of the DC headquarters or field office or headquarters for terrorism. They had him there, along with the Virginia field office people and county supporting. But the DC guy shouldn't have been here. This isn't his jurisdiction. It should have been totally just the Virginia field office. But the Virginia field office guy, he was listening to my story. He was like, if I'm not the real criminal, if I'm conducting a campaign against real criminals, he wants to look into it and know about it. But the other guy ain't letting him talk. The DC guy is just keep steering the conversation towards the. I mean, the black dude, the dude from the Virginia, he's shaking his hand and looking at the other guy like, okay, I see what's fucking going on here. There's a bunch of bullshit. Any fucking way. So they chose. They chose which side of the fucking website they wanted. And so anyway, so I get locked up, and the artwork continues. I put the painting away, but the painting was there, and then it had the original book from the original campaign, taken down Y2K with the book, and then the painting, but to cast a spell for the eagles to clean the good eagles to clean out the bad eagle, the evil ones. And that artwork and the website, the two sides of the website. And then they made their choice and the artwork continues. So I get to federal prison in Houston and I'm like, okay, I need a way to do some artwork. I was like, I don't know what you can see, but this is like if you take a newspaper, and you rub, like you put it on a piece of white paper and then you rub, it'll come off. Like if it says, you know, headline, and you rub it, it says headline backwards. Whatever it says is backwards. So, excuse me. And so what I do is I go like the comics and photographs, like any part of a newspaper that's got some interesting kind of pattern, and I rub just a little bit of it, and I go around the whole thing, making a whole bunch of little teeny rubs, which makes it see it's light. It's nice and light, but you can see definite patterns. It's got lots of different shades and context and contours and shit, and for hallucinating good. And then when you hit it with a pencil, the line that you draw brings it out, so you get a separate, well, here, let's see. And that's like just a little bit different way of rubbing. And these are just, well, here is just like squiggles, I think I did, oh yeah, I think I covered, yeah, I do the back to make like carbon paper. Covered the back in pencil. And then just do a bunch of scribbles through it, so that I get light lines. Use the carbon paper to make some light lines, and then I can pull drawings out of it with the regular pencil because it's darker, so it makes it just stand all out and without being confused with the background. And so you go through there, whatever you see, you pencil it in, and then now you got the image. That's your image, It's like it's just some squiggle you saw, but it's like, hey, you just created art, like, and see, I mean, you can just sit and do them all fucking day. It's like doodles, but they're the whole thing is it's like art, painting, drawing, and all that. A lot of it's just like where to put the line, where to get it on, how to get the image in your head or your eyes on the paper with the right dimensions, and to get it to come to, it's where to put the lines, where to put it, where to put this, okay, like where to put his little hat so that it's dimensionally parallel, it fits with the rest of the image. Well, see, your eyes do that. You let your eyes do all the hard work. You just trace it in. And what I found was that the images I would see reflected things on my mind that I had no intention of drawing. Like, I just saw an image and I said, oh, that looks cool. And wait the shit. Damn, that fucking reflection up there. But it would, I'm just drawing. I'm just the guy, the janitor, the painter, the laborer, the worker. I just put the line where my eyes tell me to, and then later, it's usually like that evening, I'll be like admiring my artwork and shit, and I go, holy fuck, look, it's telling the story. It's like, that's the shit that was on my mind when I was drawing the thing, but I wasn't intending it. It just comes out. Okay, now let's start. See, there's that's like, then that was the carbon. See, that was the dark lines I pressed onto this carbonized side of the paper. Come on, man. To get that, and then you draw the lines in dark, or you can but then you can also copy them, like on a copy machine, so you got more one copy. Because you can use the same sheet to see lots of different, to keep going back and doing different stuff. But I tend to memorize. Okay, this is like, I put ink on a potato chip bag. Like, opened up the potato chip bag and cleaned it and shit, and then I put ink from a ballpoint pen on the bag and then pressed it onto the paper. and left this design, and and then go in and fill it in with a ballpoint pen, the same, with the same colored ink. And I've got some really good fucking motherfucker. Got some good shit from that. Like, I think that was that. The ink technique. Yeah, I don't remember what they are, but they're all telling the story. That's got to be something to do with Cindy, because she's the cat lady. And like Captain Crunch or me or fuck if I know. But that's what it's from this one. I think this was like Valentine's Day. Like, I guess 2004. No, it couldn't have been. Wait a minute. When did I get arrested? Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was thinking it was Valentine's, because it's a heart. It's an exploding heart. It's kind of like patching itself, like trying to patch itself together as it explodes. It's kind of like dying and coming to life at the same. It's like it's the war. It's the battle going on inside me with these cocksuckers, and it's holding itself together, like as it falls apart, kind of thing. I think that's Jewel. That was like the first portrait style I did while I was down there. That's just kind of cool, just like in a study in how you can use this for like an abstract. But see, then you can pull the little parts out. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be one piece. You can go through there and then digitally in Photoshop and stuff, and like any little part of something, any little image of a animal or a person, or or just abstract, but somebody who doesn't have a lot of artistic experience or even ability can do a lot with these techniques, and I'll show you too. That's all just nothing. I don't know what the hell this is. Hmm. I don't know even know what I'm showing you there. Um, it's just stuff. Wish these things, man, turn better. If I do these quick, man, I guess you can pause to look at them if you want. God damn it! Sorry. I don't know. These are all rejects for the main show. Um, oh yeah, that guy's kind of cool. The horse guy. And that guy. These are studies. Oh, this is like colored from like ads, I think, probably, like to get the color. Like I rub the same way with newspaper, but using the color. See, I knew I'd do this, like start looking, showing all this stuff. It's like that's crap. Okay, so see, but after doing, this is just the ink. Did I already do these? This is some more of the ink style. Because they sent me to the shoe, and you can't have no pencils in there. But to give you a ballpoint pen, like a little rubbery one, so you can't stab yourself or anybody with it. So I did these instead. It's cool shit though, and you get good at it. And I mean, it just for like sitting watching TV and shit. It gets relaxing. Because it's easy. Everything else does the work. You just sit there and relax. I mean, once you got the technique, you got all that figured out, then you're just doing what you see. You don't sit there and go, hey, now I'm going to see. Have to think of what you're going to paint or draw. Because no, you just sit down and relax, and you da 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 da, and then later you look at it. All right, that's the crap. Okay, so then, see now you done been learning where to put the lines. So that they scale with all the other lines. Then, see, you saw Jewel. You saw the first one. Okay, this is Avril. Like later, after I got better. After I'd been doing it for a little while. See, then, and this is just freehand with a ballpoint pen. That's freehand with a fucking ballpoint pen on an 8.5 by 11 piece of fucking copy paper. Which, all of these, like being on copy paper, it was like, oh yeah. So, I beat these cocksuckers and I become like, look, it's the famous Bobby Fontaine who beat the cocksuckers. And there's the story, oh yeah, he got himself arrested and he just went down there and just ripped the federal courts to fucking shreds, And then it's the story. So then there's like the movie and they're like, oh, look, he's in there working on his artwork, like before he goes to court and fucks them all up the ass, So then it's like, well, where's the artwork? I want to buy some of his artwork. See? So I'm in there doing these, like that's like sooner or later, if my shit ever goes wide, whether my artwork sucks or not, people, well, I mean, whether it's like really fucking arty or half-assed or good, it'll have a value because it's coming from me, it's coming from my story, it's all part of this fucking campaign and the magic spells, and it's all part of a big thing, But to reproduce them, I can make 100 of these for like $3 at Staples or something, because they're fucking copy paper, So I was like, yeah, that's a good idea, So that's like Russell Crowe and something I don't remember. And this was like, I made this special colored paper. Like I invented this way in prison to make special paper that like absorbs the, like colored pencils, are limited. They have a lot of drawbacks and shit. Well, one is the background, so I wanted a colored background. So I didn't have to fill it in with fucking colored pencil. Because that's what screws it up. You can get away with the colored pencils on all the details. But when you start drawing in the back big stuff, you can always see the rubbing of the pencils, and it's a lot of work. I said, well, if I dyed the paper with like coffee and orange, like Kool-Aid mix, made up a little batch of powders that they let you have in there. And then I marinated a stack of paper in it. But then when I pulled it apart, see, I wasn't expecting that. I just wanted some color. But when I pulled it apart, it lifted the fibers out of the paper, so it wasn't so smooth for an ink printer. And then when the colored pencil hit the paper, it would be like a brush stroke. It was different than usual. It would catch a whole lot more of the color, and it went on really, really nice. So I got like A lot of really nice drawings from that technique. Plus, it made it. See, the thing about it just made the other inmates. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of other long stories in there, but it makes them wonder, like, how does he know how to do all this stuff? It's like, where's he been locked up for the last 10 years? Like, because they move guys around, guys snitches, and they move them around, and they give them fake backgrounds and everything like that. And but dudes who've been in there, they know, they go, this dude didn't just get locked up for this crazy shit. Look at, he knows all this stuff. He's been locked up for a long time before, So then they start digging, find out, if there's a hit on you or a gang, like who is this guy among us? It's not saying who he is, So I'd already been getting that. I mean, I was purposely getting that. I was purposely, you know, giving off a sense I was somebody. Oh, okay. But look at that, man. I mean, that was just like an hour and a half. It was like boom, boom, done. It was so fucking. I mean, okay, I got where to put the lines, and I got that dialed in. But then the shading, the color and all that. But with the paper, the way the paper, like the fibers and all that, it was just like. And then I walk around and show these to the other inmates and the guards, and they're looking at me like, damn, like looking at me and going, damn, I wouldn't have thought some crazy fuck like you would do shit like that. They actually didn't seem to like it, really. I don't know. I mean, I guess girls are the same fucking way, right? They're cool with you until they find out you're like really good at something and they're not. I guess. I mean, I guess that seems to be what the whole world's about. Really, to me. These motherfuckers that don't try. And they go around thinking a whole lot of themselves. Doing jack shit. And then somebody comes along who does jack shit, and they're like, oh, wow. And they're like, the only reason you do it, the only reason you sing, the only reason that's Shakira. The only reason anybody does anything is to make them look stupid. To make them feel like they just don't do shit. But you don't do shit. Yes, but we think we're a great deal of ourselves for not doing it. And then you come along doing stuff, and everybody's like, well, why, if you're so great, why can't you sing like her? Or why can't you draw like him? And they're like, because I'm better than that. I'm too good that they shouldn't be drawing like that because they're only doing it to make me look bad. That's the way the motherfuckers be, man. That's who we're up against. The cocksuckers of the world. Gwen, Elton, Mary J. That's kind of cool too. Janet Jackson. See, that's the thing. It's hard to show it all without showing it all. They had some of our pretty cats. Cindy was getting mad at me being in there, so I drew her, made her like a kitty cat card, which she didn't appreciate. That's her family. I tried to make friends, trying to be cool with them motherfuckers too, and they're like, oh, you're just trying to be nice so you can get along with us. Like, yeah, they kind of like they act like you're using them when I don't know, man. Fuck them anyway. Shakira again, gotten better. Oh, that's them guys with the fucking pawn shop. Pawn stars. Who's that? Eve, right? Beyonce. Oh yeah, you probably recognize this place. 2012. Yeah, it's like two parts. I'm not gonna pull it out, but it's like a two-part scene. It's like the whole city. But see, this is like you saw the original Jewel one, and I got a background in art and everything. It's not like I ain't, but I always found the more you do the hallucinating art technique mixed with drawing regular. I mean, I'd love to see somebody who's got no talent, no promise of anything, try the hallucinating technique for a while, and then try drawing, the portrait style, and just see. It's just like the singing thing. I wonder if I can take somebody who can't sing and train them, you know, show them how to train their voice so they can. That's my brother. Trying to get him to. He sent me some money, so I sent him did him a portrait. They never appreciate none of it. They always act like, oh, you're just trying to make us think you're not a fucking loser. Yeah, but it's like, and it's not just them, it's people. Like Christians. Christians can't have Christianity without hell. Well, it's not Christians, it's people. I mean, the people that create religions know that human nature, a certain amount of percentage of people are going to want to fucking their whole life focuses around they're on the inner circle and you're on the outer circle. And somebody has to be on the outer circle for the whole thing to work. It's like that's the whole point. As long as if somebody else is out, somebody else is being punished for being the wrong flavor, then you're cool. You're okay because you must be the right flavor. You're not being punished, and so I mean, when they create cults, they know, that they got to make them like the Christians. It's like, well, if you're not a Christian, you're going to burn in hell forever. Because so that way the Christians, like kind of people that were flocked to religion, those kind of personalities will come there. It's like because they get to be better than the people that aren't going to heaven. It's like, and there's a huge percent of any population that's like that. That's a whole another lecture, but it's fucking bullshit. But anyway. I'm just showing you stuff that I did. I mean, this is really like, okay, I think I've got like 26 drawings in this one and 26 in this one. One of them's like, child safe. The other one's tits and ass. But they've all got, like when I got home, I went back and analyzed them all and wrote it all up. What each one, what I was, whatever I could add to it to explain what the drawing is about. Like, I just drew it and then, okay, what did I see later when I went back to it, Oh my God, there's you. That's you. Yeah. See, there's like this chasm, and there's this little magical guy, which is me when I drew it. I mean, that was like me. And then there's this young girl. She looks like you, though. Yeah, but the context fixed too, if I remember. But this is before. This is like 2003, 2004. You're barely out of fucking diapers. You've seen that before. See, but I got stuff like this all over the place. I mean, the whole game has been like, whether I get out now or not, I'm taking something fucking with me, something that I can hustle later. Like when I do have a name, I can come back and this shit will have fucking value. So there's an incentive there. It's like it's okay if it's like they're never going to acknowledge. They're never going to fucking do. I'm going to have to beat them strong arm. It's never going to be able to just. They'll never just tip over their fucking king. They'll never play by the fucking rules. Okay. I forget how this one goes, but I think Michael Jackson's in here somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is. It's all got some. There was something in the news, man. I forget what it was. Some Michael Jackson stuff. I don't know. I remember it was an interesting story. And I'm written it down there. I'm probably, but I mean, you get really good at it. I mean, you see, it started out with the squiggly line stuff. And you keep escalating. But it goes together like a book. And then you get the print plates. Oh. Damn it. I don't know how much of this is just a waste of time when you watch it and you're like, what the fuck? I can't even tell. And I guess I'm getting the job done. Really, I'm showing you what I got, This is what I got. I got lots of shit. Let's do it. Let's fucking do something. Something together. Anything that gets your saliva anywhere near mine. I'm just going to go through them because I know it's just I've been working at this for so fucking long, I've got so just piles and piles, just like yeah, but and then I'm looking at you, I'm like, this shit, like it could actually go somewhere this time. I was like, oh my fucking God. Because I've been so used to, like, I got all this incredible works, and it's like, just nothing I do counts, It never has. It's never mattered what I did. They just come along and shit on it. It's like it's a big joke. It's just like the fucking, like the Bidens and the Obamas and Bushes, like all these cocksuckers, the way they do the cut. They're just, God, they're fucking morons too, though. Like they're so stuck up and shit. They act like they're. But it's like, but look at the shit they do. It's all fucking stupid. It's like Like they think evil is smart just because it's diabolically. It's like it's diabolically stupid, man. It's like whatever. I could take their shit and have more fun. Fuck off more, and make it all work. But they're just fucking weirdos, man. Fucking weirdos. And I don't mean I want to make some evil shit work. It's like I'm not complaining because they're not doing a good enough job being evil. It's like, no, man. It's like you tried evil. If it worked, I mean, if that's what it took for the human race to survive and life and to thrive and move into the universe, and if it was a bunch, and then later maybe it would get good. Maybe it's like it doesn't matter. It's like, but your shit is it's all fucktard. It's just it's like what do you what like why would anybody think of some shit like that? Like they can't do nothing constructive. They say, well, we can't build a world, but I'll bet you no one's fucking blown one up before. We might be able to do that. You know how easy it is to strike a match compared to building a house, like you can burn it down. Anybody can burn it down, but building it. They say, well, we'll just burn the planet down. Ha 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 ha! We'll be the guys, man. Okay, this is the adult version. This is a really nice fucking piece. This is like the best one. That's you again. That looks like your ass. Man. That one's kind of mess because of that. I don't want to be pulling them all out. It's too much to even be looking at them. When you hear that noise, that's like, because I just had a thought of you. I'm like, oh my God. It's just like we're always making love. It's just like, seriously. Yeah, no, physically feels like it. And if I focus enough on it, no, it gets like fucking strap on if we ever get real, because from a continent away, pretty fucking powerful. This was a weird one. It's like, this is me because, I mean, I'm in Houston. It's the most polluted city in the fucking country, and it's nasty down there. And I'm fucking, I'm rotting inside, from being there and shit. And so this one came out of me. But then there's like this fag, this weird guy he'd been harassed. I forget what his fuck. He's just a psych idiot. And he came in, he's like, is that a me? Are you doing that? Like, he got like weirded out, like I was, like this was him for no reason. And then he started stalking me in the yard and shit. And he's just like this little wimpy, just like, and then I spot the shrinks watching me from a window around the yard. Like, he's hiding, watching me. I was like, oh, I see. Because that's what they do. It's like, they tell dude, if you can get him to whip your ass, you'll get a special treatment. We'll drop a charge. So they send some motherfucker to aggravate you, waiting for you to do anything, and then boom, they'll turn it into a whole bunch of bullshit. But he was funny as shit, really. Yeah, but see, they're cool, you know. The whole story, all this. Yeah, but I mean, you turn it into a book, and you know, then people look at it, try to figure out what was on your mind and shit. You know, I think it would. It, well, then you can sell the prints too, like for nothing. You know, it's like because it's just on copy paper. It's like that's and you have to do it that way because that's how they were designed. You know, it's like the product is designed to just be put. You know, so the person's not getting ripped off. It's like no, this is the design. You got the exact right one. It was they put it in a printer and they hit print and it cost them like $3 to print 100 of them. That's the product. That's it's not a hustle. That's it. Okay. Look, this is like let me see. That's a nun. Like this is the like the convent or the where the orphanage or something. Yeah, orphanage. That's exactly what it was too. It's kind of like Queen's Gambit. Yeah, from the Queen's Gambit that Anya Taylor Joy was in. And then here's the nun. She's got a baseball bat, and see the girl like the boys. He's naked and he's got a heart on kneeling, and she's got her top. She doesn't have a top on, but she's got a little skirt, and they're getting ready to get the shit beat out of them for being human. Mm. Yes, that's what that was. It's another Adam and Eve motif. I don't know that I can explain. But it's on there. It's all written. At least what I thought when I wrote it. Let's just wrap this stuff up. Oh, you've seen this one, but this is the shaded, the colored in, the shaded in one. Because I came home and they were just all lines. I hadn't finished them or shaded them in, and so I made copies. So I got the lines probably in there. There's one where it's just lines. This one's funny. See, they're all flipping the bird. It's like it's like a party house, a crack house, and fuck the police has got a camera in the light, the room. You know, the light at the center of the room and the ceiling light, and they found out that they're all flipping the bird. Fuck the police. There we go. Oh, yeah. These are like orgies. I was trying to. I was trying to do erotic art. You know, trying to like do a erotic art calendar. But like if you look at these, there's all kind of stuff going on, all kind of sex and anything. But there's no sexy looks on their faces. It's not sexy. You know, it's just what I'm seeing. You know, it's fucking got to be like this is the same thing. It's like it's sex, but it's spiritual. You know, it's like it's in a context of something social more than sexy. It's making a statement, which is like I couldn't seem to get away from that. You know, where I could just say I want to see and draw this, and even if I did, I mean, I can do that, but it might not. It won't come out the way I want. Well, it might, but it comes out the way I see it. And none of this looks sexy, so I never. There's another one like that same kind of thing. I mean, I just kept going, and they all come away with these expressionless looks. So, I mean, it's like, it doesn't look like a lot of fun. It should look like fun. It should be like a party or something. But they all look like they're just like have to be there, getting it done. I think. Are we done? Yup. 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 Okay. What the fuck? Look at that shit. It's 10 to 12. I love that. Get up at 5 in the morning. Or really 4. Wake up at 4 so I can think about you for an hour. And then get up and lay there and watch videos of you for another hour. And then get up and do things with you because I don't know. It's like if it didn't make me so horny, it makes me really happy. I mean, I'm like really, really happy and really, really horny. But when the horny settles down, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like it's not fantasy. I really fucking love you. Like I really, it just really feels like if we were like around each other, we would get along. It would be good. Different because they've never been good. There's always been. Everybody always has to fuck with everybody, especially me. And you're nice and you're sweet and you're smart and you do stuff and your ambition, your world shaker. Like I'd be in love with you just to look at you. But you might be one of the only people that would really get me, or vice versa, like, no, you probably would get me. I mean, you do get me, and I get you. So it's fucking amazing. Like I, all the categories that if you checked just one of, I would fucking be smitten. And it's like every single category, 10, 10, 10, 10, including the attraction and everything else. So it's like a rocket. It's always ready to take off. And I'm getting better. I mean, I'm still getting better. Like the sun's coming out. It's when the sun, the angle, it's like the sun is actually further from the earth during the winter, during our winter, than the summer. It's the angle that the sun rays hit the earth. When they're coming direct, the more down, straight down they're coming, the more heat generated. When it's coming in at a steep angle, all that heat, it gets radiated back out to space. It doesn't create heat. And by the same token, when it's cold, a lot of gases, they fill up here because this is low, like the lowest area in the region. So the gases, instead of getting hot and evaporating, going up in the sky, they pool in the lowest places. So I'm living in a pool of fucking pollution. That then also it does the same thing. It's the angle of the sun, whether certain chemicals will break down and turn into something that's not as dangerous and float up in the sky. So the winter, it's like the shit settles here, and the sun is not quite hitting a very good angle. So the shit is it's not getting weaker. It's not it's not getting beat up by the sun. It's protected. And then okay, now the days are longer. The sun is moving at a more up angle coming down on the earth straight down instead of at a sharp angle, and so it's burning that shit up. And it's like that's what I wait all winter to see what'll happen on those days. And it seems to be like 60 degrees. If it's above, when it goes above 60, if I have a good day, that's I take that as a sign I got hope, you know. And every day, and then the only days that hurts, it seems to be barometric pressure, which that's not really good, but it is something that, good thing to know. But anyway, I really seem to be doing better like all the way around. And it's all you. My angel. My savior. My bunny rabbit. I love you, baby. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have I, fuck, man. I caught up, didn't I? So that was the artwork in the, okay, it explodes through the book and then through the spell, the big painting and stuff, into all the little colored paintings, and then the website to, antagonize the government into arresting me, to then blows through into the federal justice system, and all these other artworks come out of it, which catalog my experience there, from the upside down. It's like from the upside down perspective, the artwork catalogs my experiences, and they're all explained on the back. So it's just like this. And then, but if you know the bigger story about what I did to those cocksuckers in Houston, I mean, it's like, it was like, that coming through the first painting to the second, it's like I blasted them at short range with a sawed-off shotgun or something. It's like I fucked their shit up, man. And I came home, I kept fucking them up. It's all part of the same thing. I'm still fucking them up, And but the Houston campaign was after the Y2K, It's like I don't know why don't they don't seem to get it, It's like, dude, don't you want to just talk to me, maybe you can find that you learn how to fucking beat me. It's like, no, they're just like, they just sit here. Joe Biden, and it's like they're all squirming, running around, and I'm the one who's fucked every single thing going on out there right now. It all has roots back to shit that I fucked up, and I keep fucking up. Every time they think they got something, I throw a monkey wrench in there, and I try to keep it simple, so it's like, so that they'll notice this one guy. You look at his record. He's been in all kinds of trouble. He lived under a bridge, ate out of garbage for 12 years. He's got criminal records, been in the fucking mental hospitals, and, he never paid attention to school. He got thrown out of school. He's about as dumb a motherfucker as you can get. And he rips you motherfuckers a new asshole every fucking time. Every morning he opens up his eyes. He doesn't even have to get out of fucking bed. And your asshole is already fucking bleeding. Cock fucking suckers. Anyway. That's my dick for today. I love you, baby. Bye.